Welcome to another episode on my Arduino Yun with electronics and some fischertechnik motors. Last time I got busy with the NTC thermistors and with the LEDs, replacing a transistor, this one, to see if everything was alright. Well, right now, as you can see, everything has some voltage level. The only thing is that not everything is alright. Right here there's a wire loose which is from switch 2, and according to the schematics this is switch 2, LED to MOSFET resistor, which is fine, but what is not fine is that port 7 as input, and here it says switch 2 digital 7, it is continuously 1. Like when I press on this switch, and I shouldn't block it, this one, you'll see that the switch is immediately turning 1, but the switch that is immediately after switch 2 is always 1, which is this one, and that is not correct. And then there is some switch 2 pressed sensor that I need to find out where that is. It is written somewhere. Sensor value switch 2, digital read 7. Yeah, right. Analog write sensor print. Where is it printed? Switch 2 is, well, the sensor. Switch to pressed. Where is that written? Look in the rest of the code. It has to be written somewhere. Somewhere after NTC value is printed. So, where's NTC value? Oh, here, switch pressed, and then sensor value 2, switch to pressed. So I make here, since here it is exactly after it, I have to create here a print line, so that will be a lot easier to read, but that doesn't take away that here somewhere the sensor is continuously 1, and that is not what I want. So let me select board and port, which is now alright. Let me upload. Yeah, first time for this episode. Uploading. Finished. Very good. Now let's see what happens. Maybe it has reset itself. Nope, still 1. Switch 2 is 1. and there is not even a wire connected to it, so that is not good. I have to solve that as soon as possible. Now there are not many inputs left, so I think I have to go to 8. Copy. There will be this one. 8 and 8. And then maybe broken, who knows, but now it is digital 8. That's all I need to know, although that's not entirely true, because I have to change digital in 7 into digital in 8. This is digital 7, so yeah, let me just change this into 8. And another place it is not being read, so let's do this, which has the consequence that I have to put the wire in. But first let's see that switch 2 turns into 1 into 0. So time to upload. Still everything is down to 0, which is in itself no problem. Not down to 0, 1. Done uploading, very good. And yes, now switch 2 is 0. So now I have to rewire. So taking this end of the very small wire, I have to make sure it is there and stays there, which is at the moment, considering the weakness of the wire, a challenge. It's there and it says 1 and 0. Now it says 0. I press 1, or I press, and then it should turn into 0, into 1 actually. Release, press, release, press. Well, the LED is burning, but I'm afraid that is all that is happening. Not what I expect it to happen. Alright, then I'll do it in another way. Let me remove this one for now and move this bottom line probe into, release this one, and I will put this right here. It is 0. That is good. Give it some input. Now it should go 1 when I press Am I doing it correct? Yes, the bottom line. I press and it stays 0. That means that something with this wire is not entirely as it should be. How can that be? I press. No, this is right. All right, a different position then. Now things get weird. I need to take this point of the LED. Here it is very definitely, clearly 1. This one has gone because I ripped it out apparently. Also not good, but I have too many probes there. Let me change this into power and into power. Then this one right here. Alright. Now back to this button. This is alright. So why is this not alright? It is the same lane. Carefully take it off and move it around to this wire. I don't mind that this wire goes out, but let me fix that for a moment and press the button. Nothing wrong there. And switch 1. Switch 2 works. What does it? Yes, 1 0 1 0. Oh, right. Yeah, the screen output is reading from the Arduino, of course, while the oscilloscope right now is reading from the wire. So let me lose this wire and measure on the red. And there's where it's go wrong. Alright. I need to replace this black wire which comes from here. That is not good. Yeah, replacement. Okay, I managed to find another wire, 2 pair, or 1 pair actually, and I already inserted it into the circuit, and what you can see is now it's 0 0, and I press the button and it becomes 0 1, and this is 1, and now this is 1. This proves that this wire actually works, but what I am going to do, since it is 2 wires into 1, I am going to change the algorithm a little bit so that, let me see right here, everything is still there. What I need to do now, and I am talking of course about this part, I'm going to test if it is actually broken. So where is that input? from switch 2 right here. I need the other one where it is being assigned to it. Yeah, here of course. So what I will do is copy this line right here and make this 7. This means that both digital in 8 and digital in 7 will get the value of the button. That also means, now I have to be a bit careful, it will be assigned twice, but I do not want that exactly. I only want to see if digital in 7 is being read properly. So let me assign this a 2A. Alright, so this becomes 2A. Then this becomes 2A. And I will print here 2A. If sensor value switch to is 1 and if copy paste and this will be 1 and then a console print 2A pressed. Then I know that 7 is also active. If this is not being printed, I know 7 is broken. But before I do that, I have to wire the whole thing. And it has to be done with some care. 2 wires next to each other. That is one. And now on this side, let me get a proper view here. On this side, this wire has to be wired nicely. Into 7. And it is a bit rough wire, so I have to be careful. Alright, now it's in there. Should be. I am blocking my own light. Alright, now it's in there. So, upload and see whatever is going on. I'm very curious. So let's see if everything works the way I intend to. few inputs with enter key. Now it's 0. And now the question is, what goes right, what goes wrong? Let me press the button. Then 2 and 2A pressed. Oh, that is very nice. Yes. This does mean that 7 is alright, and I'm very pleased. So it was a wiring error somehow. Yes, I'm very happy to see that. 7 and 8 are alright. And now let's put a probe to it somehow. So I'm holding the probe to it and I say alright. I'm fine with this. Yes, very fine. Good. And now a big question is back to the NTC, which is the third line. It is 0 right now. Should it be 0? No, I'm not touching it. Alright. Better save than sorry. No. Now I am touching it. And I find a problem with the wiring. Now it is okay. LED is burning. So now this line, that is too much. This line is alright. Yeah, that line should, the LED should be wired. Should be burning. And now this probe goes back where it was, which is right here. So now's the question, why isn't this motor running? Maybe because of this. No. Now it runs again. And turning this potmeter fully up. That runs as well. Turning it slowly down. Pressing the button should stop. No, because the output always the culprit. I have to keep giving it output or input. Alright, try again. And now I recall that the question from last time was, are the propellers actually influencing the NTCs, the thermistors? I think that is a very valid question right now. Alright, yank it up. That is influencing. So I turn the potmeter down. It stops. I turn the potmeter up. There it goes. Up, stop, down, and it goes. how about the value? Right now the potmeter says 4, I don't care. What I need to know is the value of NTC2. Is that indeed not influencing? And NTC2 I think is this one, but NTC1 is also somewhere up there. So let's turn it fully down. Well, almost fully. What value do I get from the NTCs? Very high. So what should I do to regulate them? And before I wrap this video, this episode, I need to do something else right here, because right now this wire is a double wire, so I have to actually split it, make this 8, and have it like this. So from one point it goes to 2, and that's the way it is right now. And I'm glad, especially glad, that this port isn't broken, because it looked like it. Then back to the big question. The values of the potmeters haven't gone up. So I turn up one potmeter and I turn up the other one, and the question is, do the values actually go down? Well, number 2 is down for 200 something for now, but the other one, and this one is totally down, which is also not entirely correct, which is understandable, by the way. Right, the blue wire is this blue wire is not very reliable, but so far doing its job. And in both cases, voltage over the NTCs is there, clearly shown. But why are the LEDs here not burning? That's still a big question. Now if I look here at the NTCs, this one, NTC1, is down to 700 and this one is down to 574. So there is some influence of the propellers, but by far not as much as I like to see. So what is a more reliable way to do this? I have to think about that. Is this measurable in this way anyway? Could be. I remember that last time I touched it with my fingers, giving you notice that this line is barely other than 0. So if that voltage is maybe 1 volt, but the other one, this one, which is this one, is certainly close to 5 volts, maybe 4, and this one is barely 1. And oh right, the wire is out. And the probe is gone again. Which is in no way helping an accurate measurement. See, now this is better. Anyway, that's it for now. Doing something totally unexpected, rewiring. Yeah, and checking NTC in the end. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. More information on my website, as well as information on other projects I have. And this is going to be continued. So, bye bye.